right, happy Thursday. It is Thursday, the 8th of April, 3 o'clock Eastern time for a little training. We typically go over a book. For those of you who don't know, this is the book that we will be looking into next week. 9 things you must simply do to succeed in love and life. And I have begun reading this book, and I'm going to tell you right now, you can see the dog here. I'm almost done with it. Like it's hard to put it down. I really like it. I hope you guys do as well. And I hope everybody gets a copy. I saw some used copies, Leandro, for like $3-4.
That's very important.
I mean, right? I don't buy used books, but you know, hey, because I mark them up, and I'm afraid I'm gonna get one that like a guy like me sold. Right? It's gonna be all marked up. Yes. And how do I know if that guy or gal is smart? Right? What if I start looking at their markings, but they're an idiot? Right? That's why I never bought used textbook. My buddies would buy them and be like, "Hey, man, there's answers in here and there's notes." It's like, yeah, but you don't know what kind of student that dude was.
This is true.
Right?
You're looking up the records.
All right. I imagine, hey, GP, I imagine some people, I did get some emails of one lady, Val, is actually walking in the mountains today. So she's going to watch it on recording. Okay. I get some emails of people who aren't going to be here. So we'll go ahead and get started. I'll open it up. My thought today, you all, and again, we're the master of our own domain. So we can take this any way we want to. I'm not emotional to the path that I kind of have for us. It really depends. I mean, if we've got, a lot of veterans, the training I'm thinking about may not be all that beneficial. But anyway, I thought we'd just go through the dashboard, kind of like we did a month ago, GB. I think it's when we did it, maybe, 4 or 5 weeks ago. And I know we got a lot of comments saying that was very helpful. And you just don't know what people don't know. So let's go ahead and try. Hey, look, rock stars coming in, Dana Boyd. All right. So hey, Dana Boyd, I'm going to share my screen. You got the admitting part now? Okay. Because I won't see it. And I need you to look at the comments too, Leandro.
Will do.
And make sure I'm not, I don't know how to do this, dude. All right, there we go. Zoom, it populates where it wants to. It's got a little mind of its own. All right. So I hope everybody, Leandro, can you confirm that you can see my screen?
Yep. Okay,
good. So listen, this is what I did last time. I didn't really have an emotion or a directive on where to go. So I kind of just went right down the line, Leandro. Seems right? Yep. Left to right, top to bottom. So we'll go top to bottom. Home screen here, there's some quick data information, but really the magic's over here. So let's go to the help center. Our help center will take you, if you go here, it will take you to our knowledge base. I got to tell you all, this knowledge base, whether it's sales representative or whether it's CBD 101, the thing that I love about this knowledge base is how amazing the search engine is. There's a lot of times you go looking for information and it's hard to find because it doesn't search well. This does. Anything you want to know, you come in here into the knowledge base and look and try to find it. Now, I will tell you that a lot of the data and information that we have here was created because someone asked for it. So I tell you that to say, I don't know that there's a lot you're not going to find on knowledge base because it's so rich in content. We've been doing this for 5 years. So we have a ton of experience that we put into this so that information can be relayed to you and our customers. The knowledge base is for them as well. So when you think about all of the content that we have for sales reps in here, plus everything that cross-references over to customers as well. So this is fantastic. If you cannot find what you're looking for, please let us know. It may not be in there. It may be one of those cases, Leandro, where, hey, somebody, pointed something out. We didn't really know people were looking for that kind of information, but we will, do what we do best and put that information together. So although I'm very proud of our knowledge base, and I think it is just incredible with information, you know that the co-founder, Rockstar Stacy Pitts, is a professional writer and has a background in journalism and in scripting. So she puts all that talent to work here. So although I'm as proud as I can be of it, just don't forget it's a working document. It's ever growing, always growing. And sometimes, listen, we might find information that everyone thought was one thing one time, and now after years of collecting data, we realize that it may not be that, and so we go in and we change information too. Okay. So let's keep moving to the getting started. I know we've got several chats in there. Are those just hellos?
Everybody's grading everyone.
Okay, good,
Everybody's warm
good,
up.
okay.
Yes.
All right, getting started. First steps upon registration. I got to be honest with you, and I get it because not everybody is really tech savvy. I would think that a lot more people are interested in CBD marketplace than are tech savvy, right? So, but we do get I would, maybe a lot's not the right word, but we get enough of people that call in and say, hey, I've signed up and I don't know what to do. So you all, everybody in our group, and it's really our culture. I'm letting people in, just so you know. It's like it's popping up. Are you getting them?
Do you have me as an ad?
I may not.
Okay.
So you got to let me know that, man. All right, hold on. I got to make Leandro a co-host here. Bear with me. Here we go. Boom. Co-host. Yeah, so speak up, man. You know me and my ADD. I forget to do stuff like payroll, right? Okay. So here we go. First step. So listen, if somebody, we're so good on the Facebook Live or the Facebook group of answering people's questions. If you ever see, what do I do now? Certainly we'll, the idea is just copy this URL and drop it in there and say, hey, just follow the bouncing ball. And I don't mean that to be sarcastic or anything. It's an old saying. You may not want to use that because it may be demeaning, right? Somebody could take that the wrong way. Freaking you follow the bouncing ball?
Only PC.
Leandro's like, what do you mean? He said only PC people. So the Mac people, they know how to follow the bouncing ball. All right, so listen, this is it, man. And it's really simple. It's engage, and that is, sign up for the Facebook group, join the training on Monday, join this on Thursday. The more we associate with that which we want to learn and which we want to grow in and be successful in, the easier it becomes to do so. I know that this is an online platform, so it's a little counterintuitive, but these are the ways that we connect. And we just read a book before the last book we read, which was Everyone Communicates, Few Connect. And connecting's a big deal. As a matter of fact, we were talking about, I don't think I have any. Hold on, no. I'll go back to live. We were talking about a pastor whom I like a lot. He's a great guy. He's a father. He's a dedicated pastor. He played college baseball, so he and I relate a lot. But for some reason, when he preaches, and listen, a lot of people might like it. I'm not saying he's a bad preacher. In fact, if you just show up and watch him preach, he's going to get you pretty excited. He's kind of a fire breather. But when he preaches, a lot of times he's always behind the podium, right? He's always behind the podium, never steps out from behind the podium, which is different from me. When I talk, man, I'm moving all over. I'm up at the front of the stage. I'm trying to connect, because there's always going to be some people that are really dialed into you, right? And they're shaking their head and they're, they're visible. Those are the ones you want to connect with when you're on stage or when you're in front of a room. It makes you feel better. So anyway, he's always behind the podium. And then a lot of times he's looking down, talking while like it looks like he's reading, but he's not. And then he comes up and he's a brilliant guy and he's got a photographic memory. So he literally has the entire Bible memorized. You could tell him at any spot and he can tell you, and he applies it like he's very learned. He's a very sharp guy. But a lot of times when he's talking, comes up, he'll say a lot of words with his eyes closed. And then he'll look for a little bit and then it's back down. And my challenge is, and I know it's a God thing for me. I mean, typically, when things, it didn't bother me before, now it does. So it's got, whatever. But the challenge for me, I guess, maybe after going through that book and just being so into connecting with people is that he doesn't connect. And then I tried to text him a few times and he texted me back once, but then didn't respond to two more. So it's like, I don't chase anybody down. But connecting is a huge, huge deal when it comes to being successful at anything. And I believe, like I've said, our knee-jerk reaction, our human condition, our human behavior is counterintuitive is counter to wisdom, right? Because think about it. When you feel bad, when you start to get depressed, what do you want to do? You just want to back off and be recluse when that's the worst thing to do, right? So again, I know I beat this up a little bit, but if you're new, it's not about, in this age of tracking people, it's not about control. It's not about anything other than connecting and following these steps and watching these videos and learning. We try to make everything as easy as we can for you all to come on, understand what we're doing, and grow and be successful really quickly. I remember when I was younger, Leandro, my dad, I went to it was a sales job Oh my gosh, it was awful. I'll spare all the details. But anyway, they had a script and they had, here's what you do. And my dad said, if you do everything they tell you, the way they tell you to do it, you will be ahead of 90% of the employment group, because most people don't do it the way they're told to do. And it's odd, right? The wisdom, the wise thought process would be, if I walk into a sales organization, they know what they're doing, right? They have a system typically that works, which is why they're hiring and growing. But we as humans want to go in there and put our own spin on it. I can't tell you how many great opportunities, and when I say opportunities, I mean jobs or money-making opportunities that I walked into that were fantastic. And I just felt like I could make them better. And I ruined the opportunity altogether. I mean, that happened over and over again. Matter of fact, it changed the way I thought when I took that job with the job before I had this, before we built this. All right, so here we go. Let's keep moving. So anyway, create your first social post. Learn. I mean, this is just, sales training, attend it, that. So listen, I know that a lot of people that are on, I'm seeing the faces, you got GB and Dana Boyd, they know this stuff. But what I want to do is bring it back to your attention, our veterans, but also I know that we're doing this on Facebook. So hopefully we've got some new people that are engaging on that side of it and getting something out of this. Of course, they're not in a position really to ask us questions, which why the Zoom is better. So if you are on Facebook and you're watching this and you want to ask questions, I would recommend you come on the Zoom side.
You're reaching the right person.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So I feel good about that, unless we got any chats or anything and they want me to slow down.
Julie, and on Facebook, I'm of those who's not tech savvy. I'm glad I'm able to view today's meeting.
Good. So you can chime in as long as you're on your game, Leandro. Yeah, that's great. Awesome. Thank you. Julie was her name? Thank you, Julie. All right, so let's go to the sales rep store. The sales rep store, first of all, anybody who's in business can, do the math on this stuff. And this is not a high profit center for us. I would say that there's a few things on here that I would probably lean into pretty hard, try to influence someone to get. Most of the time, I don't do that. But it's hard. I talk a lot about how some people have time, but they ain't got no money, right? Like the school teacher. In fact, like the school teacher, right? The school teacher's great. They got summers off. They've got, I know they work hard, don't get me wrong, but they've got time. And the reason I say that is because I've had a lot of school teachers work with me, both in this industry and a previous industry, and they're always looking to make a little bit more money. Like firefighters here don't make a ton of money in where we live, but they're on for 24 hours and off for 48 hours. So most of them use that 48 hours. They got too much time, not enough money. So they're spending that time to make money. Conversely, I know people who, they're top level executives. They have the expense account. They drive the 7 Series Beamer. They got the country club membership. They got a lot of money. They just don't have a lot of time to enjoy it because they're busy. I mean, if you're going to pay somebody $500,000 a year, how much of their time would you want? All of it, right? So I say all that to say, a little bit of both is the best. A lot of effort, and a lot of times it does take financial resources to help get further that growth. Now, listen, it's not required, but if I were to recommend anybody get anything, it would be a landing page. Basically, it's business basic. Is that it, Leandro? Does that have the? So that's got the landing page. The big thing about the landing page is twofold. One, an affiliate program, what we're working, I mean, we call them sales reps, but our platform really is a web affiliate platform. And it can leave a customer confused because if they go, like if you give them a general link and they come to our site, they may not think that you're a part of it. Like, oh, did I follow the right link? I don't see them. When you have a landing page and Leandro sends someone to our site, they see Leandro's picture. They know that they're in the right place. Excuse me. That's the least important of it, though. The greater importance is this 5% coupon code. Now, we track sales 7 different ways to make sure that you, the sales rep, get credit for it. We track with cookies. We track with lifetime referrals. We track with IP engagement. We track with coupon code. The coupon code is very nice because you may or may not know that if you're new, you don't, I would think. But tracking on the internet is a full-time job trying to keep up with technology. And the technology is people not wanting their web activity to be tracked. Does that make sense? So there's always updates in our system. They're constantly really rowing upstream. It's a reactive place. You're never going to get ahead of it. You got to see what happens before you can fix it. Does that make sense? So because of that, we have Jill. Because in any automated process, at least at our level, there comes a point where you need a human resource. You need a human being to reason through and solve a problem. That's where Jill comes in for our sales reps. The neat thing about the coupon code is that she actually checks a coupon code report every day. So and it happens, it's rare. I mean, it's not like she does these, she lets me know when she has to add a commission. And again, we're always working on stuff, but we're to the point now where it is extremely rare when a coupon code isn't recognized and tracked. But what she can do is what she does is she pulls those coupon codes and she identifies the sales that didn't plumb over. Listen, reps, you guys are the only ones that have coupon codes. So if there's a coupon code used, we know somebody's going to get tracked. It's very easy to see whose coupon code who that code belongs to. So that and loyalty. You guys know everything we do. We want to drive customers through you all. As a matter of fact, when anyone calls our office to place an order, both Melody and Jill, 100% of the time, ask if they are associated with a sales rep. 100% of the time. So the coupon code is also for loyalty. I mean, maybe Leandro met somebody, gave him the coupon code, and they didn't talk or see that person for a year. Well, that person's not going to pay 5% more. So every time that person orders, Leandro's going to get a commission. So again, that would be the only one that I would say, hey man, find money in the couch cushions. Go out and check the car ashtray. Do what you can to get $99, because I know some people, they come up to us and listen, I'm speaking from experience. I know what it's like to be broke. I know what it's like not to have money, literally. But there's some great stuff in here. Tons. Everything is just over cost. Obviously, like our binder, there's human resource and laminating those sheets and punching holes and getting them in the binder. So there is a little bit of an upcharge, but man, when you start doing the math, this is a great way to get your hands on a lot of our product and one of the things that I think also, we have a free CBD, try it. It's $8.99. One of the things that I will always contend is if you want to be successful at selling a product, you better use that product. Guy's trying to sell me a Ford driving a Chevy. He ain't got a shot. So, this is this is a way to get product in your hands, to use it, to pass it out and get, friends and family's opinion on it. But as we come down, again, email address I think is important. The virtual office is a huge value because you really get everything you need in one fell swoop, right? You get business cards, brochures, the binder, an email address, everything. So this is probably the best value from a virtual standpoint. I think.
Hey, Matthew.
Yeah. Oh, this is.
Can
cool.
I didn't mean to interrupt, but can I add something to you talking about the landing page? Just one thing that I also think is important. Obviously, the coupon code is huge because your customers can use it every single time they shop. But it also gives you the opportunity to introduce yourself to your potential future customers because you can tell a little story on your landing page. And if you don't have that, someone goes to your link, but they don't really get to see who you are or what you're about or how why you're passionate about CBD. So I really like that you get to personalize. This is my CBD shop. This is why I do this. And I think it's for sure worth the landing page.
Well, and it totally coincides with, Stacy is just a great marketer in her thing. And we have been affirmed in it in other ways, and I'll spare you guys all the details. But, again, when we've talked about this with the book we just read, we're emotional beings first before we're data beings. But how does when you think of sales, don't you think of somebody presenting you with all the options? Anybody, I know I'm dating myself a little bit, but we got some folks that are in my generation. Anybody seen the movie Tommy Boy? Oh, Waitress, Run, Don't Walk. Oh my gosh. It is one of my favorite movies. But in the movie, it's David Spade and Chris Farley. And Chris Farley's the gregarious, he's the sales guy in the movie. And David Spade's very much kind of a pencil neck type, geeky type. And David Spade tries to sell. and he talks about the spectrometer readings and the magnolium alloy and whatever. And the old man goes, son, I don't understand one word you're saying. So he's very learned of the product, but he doesn't have a story. And that's what Dana is saying. And that's what we're leaning into right now is, of course, we just went through the knowledge base. Obviously, we are very, very, very much into providing information. But again, we're emotional beings first. So I think that's a great word, Dana. And by the way, anytime anybody wants to interrupt me, please do. Because when I have this, when I'm sharing my screen, I'm looking at the screen. I'm not looking at you. And this is more about you hearing what you need to and less about me hearing myself speak. So you guys have carte blanche to interrupt me. Having said that, does anyone interrupt? Does anyone want to interrupt? Okay, cool. So the sales rep store is really cool. If somebody's looking for tools, and again, I know that there's going to be a lot of new people that watch this, and I hope it's very, very useful for them. But this is also for our veteran reps to really kind of reacclimate yourself on where things are so that when reps need assistance, and you're one of those who love to help, this should help you. All right, sales marketing tools. This is where the plot thickens, Leandro. This is where the bread and butter becomes. Marketing challenge. It's called a marketing challenge, but what it basically is when it is, what's tomorrow? The 8th, Leandro? Tomorrow's the 9th.
Tomorrow's the 9th.
So tomorrow's the 9th. When I wake up in the morning, I can post this. I can attach the supplement. I can use the image, or I can do whatever I want. But the point is to get disciplined to make a post every day. Do we have it built out to the 12th? Are all the tiles content rich?
I do believe so.
Let's just I don't want to mess you up. Let's go to the 5th, right? So here, Easter sale, last call. There's actually a couple of scripts in here. There's option 1, option 2, option 3. Even he provides a reminder to use hashtags. I mean, what we're trying to do, and I think we're doing a good job of it, is create an environment where somebody can come in and just really plug and play. And like I said, I get it. So it doesn't frustrate me as much as it is disappointing when someone doesn't really know how to get started and how to do it, because we really went out of our way to try to make that happen. But that doesn't mean we did it right. There's no pride of authorship. We are always improving our onboarding strategies to, help people acclimate to this a little bit better. All right. I don't know. What is it? I don't know what this is.
Hey, Matt, can I chime in really quick?
Yeah, GP, go for it, baby.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, everybody.
It feels like you're at Wednesday night church service, right?
I tell you, I'm just
good morning.
I've been so busy. First of all, I want to say I apologize I didn't get back to you with the Zoom thing, but I'm still working that out I've talked with Dana, so
okay.
We'll fill you back in on Monday. But as far as back to the sales marketing challenge, like you posted when you go and check your videos and you post for your daily, make sure you're once again putting in that deep link to all your videos, even if you're not posting something for sale or not. Make sure if he's just posting like that, the Easter sale or something, put a deep link in there. It's really important.
Yeah.
And like you say, the sales marketing challenges are great, especially you might find yourself for instance, me, I like to go into the library, I like to create my own videos and do all kinds of stuff. But if you're on the go and you really ain't got time to make that post, I mean, a couple minutes, really, you can do a post. That's where that sales marketing challenge comes in. You can go in there and like you say, it's got the scripts for you. It's got the material that you can easily download to your phone or your computer, take right off there, make your quick post, and you're out of there. But if once again, if you like me, I like to take those marketing challenges and upgrade them to beef them up, put my little info in there. So yeah. So I just wanted to put my 2 cents in there. So yeah, I love them. You bet.
All right, let's see if I can. I'm getting pretty good at this, Leandro.
Awesome.
I mean, all right, marketing support, content library. We're just going to open this stuff up. Images. I mean, honestly, there's so many. Any product image you would want. Lifestyle.
Hey, Matt, can I chime in one more time for the images?
Mm-hmm.
What's great about the images is that if you go to the images and you go to the products,
okay,
and you go into products, there's a variety of different things, but you can also go under the logos as well, and you can get those transparent logos. So you can take a picture of you and your dog, or you and your cat, and you can create your own picture using yourself and use that and maybe in another app or something and use those transparent logos to put on your picture. I do that all the time. It's just another way of creating your own unique sales marketing tool, I guess. Your own,
absolutely. I love those.
I
gotta be honest with you. I really.
And you have them for CBD, but you have them for the pet care and the skincare, so it's great.
I mean, he's got even these reviews, itemized. Yeah, I love content, right? I mean, give me more to work with, and I just think it makes things easier. So anyway, that's content library. How to give away free CBD. For those of you who don't know it, we have an opportunity for you to attract new customers or get customers that are using topicals, maybe like Love the Gummies, and offer them an opportunity to get some free CBD. There's an $8.99 shipping and handling charge for it, but it's a way to get people to try it. And I got to tell you guys, and I know I can get an amen from anybody who's ever used our oil. Our oil is top oil on the market. When people taste it, especially if they've ever had another one, they will absolutely come back. We came to the conclusion that it's about 72% of people who buy our products come back and buy again, which is a really, really good rate. And it's a testament really to two things. I mean, it's always products and service, right? It's products and people. We got damn good products and we got even better people. So yeah. So if you want to learn how to give it away, that's how you do it. Sales rep training, join live meetings, video library, all the archive stuff in here. Yeah, how to, getting started, educational, Monday lives, Thursday trainings. You're ever like, hey man, I don't know what he said back in the day. Just come on right in here. So I hope you guys understand, kind of the volume of what's in here. I'm only, jumping into a few pages, and you can just see what 5 years of being in business does for you. It allows you to create this kind of content, and the people who leverage this do well. The people who don't typically don't. And so hopefully today is something we can do on somewhat of a periodic basis. Maybe we don't have to take up Thursday training, but I think it's invaluable to have a tour guide, someone walk you through and show you what's going on. Anyway, we got retail sheets, wholesale sheets, product catalogs. So you remember we saw in the sales rep store, you can buy our product catalog laminated in a book. But listen, it's right here. You can print it yourself. It's free to print yourself. I mean, if you don't have, I don't even know how much the catalog is, maybe $49 or something like that. If you don't have that, no worries, man. Print it out yourself. Print only the ones you need. Maybe you don't need the whole dang catalog. You
share it digitally.
Share it, yeah. But it's compressed here for email. Mm-hmm. So yeah, heck yeah. All right, and then connect with social media. Okay. Any questions, errors, omissions, additions, cares, concerns?
Hey, Matt, I'm going to chime in one more time.
Sure. I hope this isn't the last time, but go ahead.
Going back to the wholesale and the retail sheets.
Okay.
I had just come across, just actually a couple of days ago, one of our printed wholesale sheet from when I first started. And I was looking at the new one that we have, the updated one. What an amazing accomplishment. So congratulations, because we have come a long ways.
Yeah.
We really have.
So I got an interesting story for people who may not know this. When we started in this business, first of all, CBD was a Schedule I narcotic. Even though the patent for CBD said that it had amazing health values with zero problematic values to it. It's in the U.S. patent that's owned by the government, the same government who listed it on as a Schedule I drug. So don't get me started on that. But here's the moral of the story. The moral of the story: when we started, we were skincare only.
No way.
Yep, we didn't do oils for several months after we started because it was such a volatile time. Because people were accepting of the topicals, but they weren't accepting of that oil. In fact, we were a little late to the party. Like our manufacturing partner had really started plumbing it out to a lot of people, and then we jumped on. And when we did, does anybody old enough to remember the 15 ml blue bottles? Right, Todd Pope? I see you shaking your head. I'm telling you, talk about coming.
Hey, I got one right here. Speak and you shall receive, right? And actually, this is a product that we don't have anymore, but this is the shave and massage oil.
Remember we had 15 mLs, which are and we didn't even want to go to 30 mLs. All we did was dilute the product. I mean, we didn't want to, but that's one of those things where You know, sometimes it's like, man, this is the right thing to do, but the market just forces you. Like Bruce didn't want to. Nobody wanted to dilute the product, but everybody wants 30 ml. So that's where we went. So yeah, man, thank you for sharing that. I hadn't thought about that in a long time, man.
Hey, and that stuff works great for the beard. That's what I use it for.
It does. It works good for a lot of stuff, GB.
And you know what? It goes a long ways. I gotta say, I still got it. So yeah.
Oh yeah, GB, you can be creative with that stuff. All right, let's keep going. All right, so we're good on this and wholesale too. Now wholesale's easy, y'all. Y'all know the deal. I mean, I know it's nice to have this sheet, but anybody can talk about it. It's either 40, 45, or 50%, period. And it's based on total number of units, and it can be mix or match, right? So, you 20 units get you the, whatever the breakdown is. Okay, ad channels. This is, ad channels are incredibly easy, you all. All they do is they track a marketing channel that you want to create. So here I just put in a couple of examples, but it can be anything. Facebook. So when I advertise on Facebook, I want to use this ad channel. And this isn't really going to be the time for, let me go here again. Where were those videos? I forget now, Leandro.
Video library.
I know, but where's that? Sales rep store, help center?
It's actually in video library.
I was just there.
Yes. And
Oh, right here.
Okay.
So you go to the how-tos. Leandro, I'm dying here, man. I'm dying a slow death.
what's going on?
Oh, I want to find the how-tos.
Click on the left-hand side
right
of
here,
your promotion. Yeah.
Ad channels. Oh, here it is. So this is where you're going to go. If you don't know how to create an ad channel, I just want to speak conceptually today. We do have those how-to videos to do everything. So if I'm going to talk about the value of using the tool, but I don't have the time to explain how to set up every tool. But I will tell you this, it only takes about 3 steps. It is very, 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 very simple. So please, please, please do not be intimidated. Watch that video and you'll see what I mean. It is extremely easy. But this is a way to track how your activity is happening through different mediums. You don't have to create these ad channels. You can post everywhere and send your link, send your coupon code, create deep links, which I'm going to get to in just a moment. But if you want you got to know your numbers. You have to know your numbers. And this is the beginning. This is a tool that is a beginning of working smarter and not harder. Now, when you first start an organization, or you start something new, you're going to have to work harder. I remember my last job, for about 6 weeks, I worked about 60 to 65 hours a week. And my boss called me in, Steve, and he said, hey, you're working too much. We believe in a lifestyle here. So I want you working 40 hours. And I said, well, Steve, all due respect, when we shook hands, I told you I was going to do a job for you. And right now it takes me 60 to 65 hours to do it. I said, give me a few more weeks. I'm getting it. And it was 2 weeks later, I was down to that 42 to 45. And that's kind of where I stayed. I was salaried. So in the beginning, you have to work harder. There's just no way around it. You have to just to learn. And but once you start and if we can get over our own insecurities, because I have, the personality, most of you guys know me, and I've said this before, if I completely don't understand something, my knee-jerk reaction, my human response is to reject it and just walk away. I have to force myself to kind of work through uncomfortable learning experiences. So I would encourage you guys to do that if you're anything like me. Okay, I want to show you a few things on reports that you probably don't know to make them a little bit more dynamic for you. Let's do the one that everybody cares about, and that's commissions. The way this populates right here can be manipulated. And all you're going to do is, if you see this little edit button right here, you can take out information that you don't think you need. And I would suggest that you do that. I like to always have the track by to keep an eye on what's grabbing and where I'm getting action from. If it's a lot of coupon, man, that's good. If I start seeing lifetime referrals building up, I'm happy about that, right? And for those of you who don't know, we're I don't know any other company in the world that does a lifetime referral where you attract the customer once and you get the commission every time they buy after. It's very generous. And it promotes for the long haul. This isn't a get rich. It has been a get rich quick scheme for a few people. but they were already had, hold on, they already had huge followings and they already had something going on. But really it's a get rich slow scheme. Yeah, GB.
Oh, it wasn't me.
Oh, whoever that was.
No.
Did I hear something? Did you hear it, Leandro?
Yes.
It's rare that I hear something that didn't happen. I always don't hear the things that do happen. That's a cross I bear. I'm like Paul, you know, Lord, take this thorn from me. Take this from me. But Lord said, nah, need you to have it. All right, customer email, customer name, product. We actually populated all this stuff, guys. This software did not come with direct plumbing to customer email and customer information. And the reason is most, you know, the customers are the companies. So this affiliate program, which is like every other one, we had to do some custom programming to plumb that information to you all so that you all had that information as well. So we're not only generous with the commissions, we're generous with the customer information, because the way we operate our business, I mean, they are our customers, but I think they're shared. I mean, that's just my philosophy. Okay. So anyway, you can put whatever. So if you are running ad channels, you can click this and get a list of all the ad channels and what actually brought them in. So this is really cool. You can create your own look. I will tell you that it's a little cumbersome, because if I want to see more of this one, you see how this works? And when I go back, this is not very user friendly. So what I would recommend, I don't have it on this side. I have on the merchant side, which is the same interface, just, you know, it's obviously the merchant side. So I have a different, you know, back end and all that. I have probably, in at least one report that I use, I have 4 different views, because each view is for a different reason. I don't know that you would ever have the need for 4 different views, but you can create new views. So if I just come into my tract and I make one change, like you see my channel, hold on. I don't sell. I mean, all this stuff is kind of just manufactured by me putting a few reps underneath me, but I don't collect a commission or anything or use this. So you see this channel, I don't need this. It's a blank column. It's not populating anything because I've never used one. So what I can do is come in here and I can take that out, and then I can change this to just for this, no channel view. And then come down and save it. So create whatever look that you like with the information that you want. And then you can come in here and access it, and the test view is different. No channel, takes that away. And here's another thing. This little filter right here, now this little filter right here will open things up. I want to teach you all how to know when you're due a commission raise. So the increments are the first commission is at $1,000. Once you hit that, you move up to 25%. Then it's 5,000, you move to 30. Then at 15,000, you move to 35. And then at 25,000, you move to CBD CEO, which is 40. We do get people, first of all, you want to come in here and you want to, and I don't know, it feels like it's like, see how it's not populating right here? Let me refresh this. This may be a bad report to try it on. Yeah, you see how it's not populating this?
Because you have selected all.
So just do approved commissions. That'll eliminate your declines. I think that a lot of people, you all, don't have this status went up, because we've had sales reps call and say, hey, I've got some unpaid commissions, but they were declined. And you may say, well, why would a commission be declined? Hold on. There's a few reasons why a commission would be declined. First of all, the program doesn't recognize when a coupon code has been used, like wholesale 40. The software sees that as any old transaction. So it's going to apply the rules that we have on those transactions. So for example, if, you know, I sell something and Dana is and I'm her sub rep, I'm making my 25%, she's making her 10%. But if I buy wholesale, I'm my wholesaler. We don't get commissions on our own wholesale purchases. So Todd Pope, if you got a wholesale 40 and you use that to buy your items so you can sell them hand over fist, or maybe it's for you, doesn't matter, there's no commission on that. The 40% is what you're getting, right? Because there's only 100 pennies in a dollar. So in that case, so if it were me, if I bought, I'm a sub rep to Dana, I get nothing, Dana gets 10%, right? But let's say I've found you and you're a little salon owner and you buy wholesale, you're my customer, I get the 10%, Dana gets nothing. Does that make sense? But the software sees it as any old transaction. So I literally, manually, again, we do that discount code report, like what Jill does every day. I do with those three, wholesale 40, 45, and 50. And then I cross-reference and see if Pat populated commissions for that sale. Sometimes they don't, right? We have wholesalers that met us without a sales rep. And I could put it over in Post Affiliate Pro and there's nothing. So nothing to be done. Most of the time there is a rep involved. And so the only way to go through it is to say, okay, in my scenario, okay, well, I need to decline all the commissions for Matthew on his own sale because it's a wholesale. And then and then in that case, Dana would be left alone because she'd already be getting the 10%. But if you bought, it's going to show me getting my 25 and Dana getting 10. So I got to wipe her out and then change my 25 to 10. Does that make sense? Yeah. I know. I mean, I know it's a lot. You know me, I probably tell too much, but so that would be one reason it's declined. Certainly if there's a refund, the Post Affiliate Pros synced up with our website. So if we do process a refund, it will automatically go in and decline that. Trying to think of some other reasons. There's only a few reasons why one would be declined. But anyway, let me go back because I'm running out of time. I got to get to my chiropractor today. My back is doing a lot better, Leandro. But pain, man, it ain't fun. All right, so here, if you want to find out what your commissions are that are relative to your commission raise, it's only first tier sales. It does include, if you get a first tier, and this is what I mean. So what I've clicked here, it says you can add a custom filter field. So if you click that, you can't type anything in here. It's all, all pre-populated. What you want to click is tier is equal to, now you can do as low or as high or whatever, I mean, as lot you can do with it, is equal to 1. Search. I only have, you can't really see it because it's bar, but I only have one approved sale. And I don't even know why I have that. Oh, because you know why? Because Jill ran a test yesterday. That's exactly why. So anyway, your total cost, that's the column you want to look to the bottom of and see what that number is. The total cost is the total sale that was commissionable. So that's a way to do that. And you can do all kinds of stuff. You can, I mean, there's, if you just want to find total cost that's higher than, like say we've got somebody with a lot of customers, you want to find one, the total cost is higher than 300. You're trying to find wholesalers. There's ways you can manipulate this report using this custom field to do so. All right. Let's see what other reports are down here. Channel stats, that's a good one for, remember I told you about ad channels? So you can tell that I haven't really run any of these others. The only thing I show sales on, and again, this is mine, so it's a little deceiving, but the only channel stat that it's showing I made sales in is ones where I didn't have a channel set up. But this becomes a very interesting report when you're using ad channels. All right, payouts to me. Well, let's do this. Promotion, ad channels, deep link generator. Let's do this first. This is GB's wheelhouse, Glenn Brown. First of all, when you're creating a deep link, we have the software set up to where it's going to recognize it whether you identify the campaign or not, but it's better to do so, right? I mean, it's always better to fill blanks if you can. So Refer a Sale is the name of the campaign that we use that, has all the rules for our affiliate program. If I want to use a channel, I certainly can. Let's say this is going to be a Facebook ad. And then here it says destination URL. Well, let's say we're running I should have done this before. This is probably what I would have done before, Leandro. Kind of had this set up. But let's say we want to run an ad for 3,500. So we're just going to, or we'll say it's the 2-pack. Man, guys, you see how this is off right here, Leandro? That's got to be fixed. I don't know how that even happens. All right, so this is, if I just send my link Or I can send my landing page link. So let's say I don't have a landing page and I've got just my unique URL. It's just going to go to our front page of our site. If I send my landing page, obviously it's going to go to the landing page. But if I'm doing an ad about this, like I want to share, and this is one of our best sellers. Anytime we do double oils or double pain topicals, they're very, very good sellers. And the two best are the 3,500 in the oil section and 500 milligram pain balm on the pain balm section. We couple those up. They're, first of all, both our better selling products anyway. 3,500 is our best selling product by far. But anyway, all I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this, Control C to copy, go back to our deep link generator, and all I'm going to do is paste this in here. Control V, or obviously you can do a right click and you got your cut, copy, paste here. And then it's going to be generate code. This code right here, now you can send it like this. I would hyperlink a word with this link. Click here and hyperlink here. And if you don't know how to hyperlink, just look that up. That's kind of a different, that would be a different meeting.
Facebook does it automatically.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's saying, Leandro is saying Facebook does it automatically.
Yes.
Okay, so, all right, great. So now, if I go into an email, I'm going anywhere, that link right there, watch, is going to take Control V. Oh, wait, I didn't get the right link. This link right here. Copy it, paste it here. It's going to it, but look, you can tell that it's referencing me, and you can tell it's referencing the Facebook channel. The code's actually really simple. Like if you don't even have to use a deep link generator. I don't want to confuse anybody, but just do 3 URLs in a row and see what the difference is. Once you see that, you can do it. You don't even have to do the generator. But anyway, that's what Glenn talks about. Is he gets specific in his marketing, and when he does, he drives people to specific places and using specific ad channels. So if I might even create 4 ad channels for this. I got a Facebook 35. I got a 2-pack. I got an Instagram 35 2-pack. I did an email 35 2-pack. Right. So
can I chime in really quick, man?
Yeah. This is your wheelhouse, Bubba.
When I get the Zoom up and going, we'll discuss all that stuff. We'll go into detail and all that, everything else. When we got more time. That's what it's about.
Right.
But like, for instance, just as a quick thing that I do is I created 2 of the ad channels that I've created were offers that I offer on my CBD BioCare Facebook page. And those are the offers that when people come into your page, because we know about Facebook and ads and we can't create it. That's another story. But I have 2 offers that when you come into my Facebook page, you see those offers every time. One of them is the Sezzle and one of them is for the military discount. Now the military discount gives every day. That's a great offer. That's why it should be that's why we should offer it and you should have to post it. But when you're creating that offer, that's one thing in general is like you create a deep link for that, an ad channel and a deep link for that by going into your deep link, your link, and then you scroll all the way down to that, your page where all those tabs are. When you go into military discount, once again, copy that URL, put it in your deep link generator, create one. But you're putting that in there, and then now that every time you check your ad channels or your status reports, you can see a military discount every time. Like oh great, 3 people have visited today, and while somebody so that's just one way of looking at offers for CBD books or CBD ads or offers for the deep link generator. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and absolutely.
And free CBD.
And free CBD. Well,
yes.
Actually, I have to do that differently because I did create one for free CBD and I got a violation for it. Yes, I did. I did. I should have said that. I did create when the CBD first came out. I did create an offer and I got violated, and that's when they came in and basically I had to take off like 12 of my videos because I must have did something with the wording or something.
Gosh.
And I had to delete all those videos in order for that violation to be and my restrictions to be lifted. So yeah, that's why I haven't gone back into offers to try to post free CBD. But maybe if it's worded different or something. But I got violated. Yeah, and that's another thing which brings me back to that when you're creating posts for the Facebook page, Two things I would put disclaimer on there, and always check your page quality after you post, just to double check your violations and stuff. But we'll jump back to getting back to what Matt's saying. We'll go over all this other time.
Okay, cool. Thank you, GB. So listen here, you know, when Dana tells us how many clicks and how many sales, this is where she's looking, I think, but I mean, it's not the only report that has this, but what I want you to see is the amount of clicks you get. So if you're running an ad and you sent out 300 emails and you don't have a single click, you got a problem. If, you know, so this is here's what I want to point out. There's other criteria you can put in here. Average, you know, unique clicks repeated, how many times have gone in it twice. Once you start accumulating data, these data points begin to make a lot more sense. Again, I don't think you need to be to the point where you can, you know, want to manipulate this and get too deep in it. Just start using it. Just become familiar with it if you haven't been using this tool. Because like I said, the people who do well here, they do utilize their back end. I mean, and then we can see. I can tell you, you know, you give me any name of any of our reps, and I can tell you the last date and time you logged in. I can tell you how long you were there. I can tell you what you did. And we see that the people who engage, in fact, one of the reports that I have on the merchant side is last login. And so when we get new reps coming in, we can see that maybe half of them log in, the other half don't. So we got a communication. We said to them, hey, we see you haven't logged in. You know, here's a da-da-da-da-da. And the reason is because, and it's, you know, I'm bringing sand to the beach. I mean, this is intuitive information, but people who log in more make more money. Just crazy, right? So,
you know, Matt,
yeah,
I really honestly think that if they join CBD BioCare and they really want to do this and they have a passion about sharing CBD with people and educating them, they should be going into their back office at least once a day.
Totally. I don't see how you don't.
I
get
go
it.
multiple
People go on
times,
vacation, if there's reasons why you wouldn't, but in a standard operating procedure would be, yeah. How do you not? If it matters to you. If it doesn't, you know, it doesn't matter. If you have sub reps, you can use this to email all of them at one time with, you know, one message. We don't really, you know, promote recruiting here, never have. But, you know, we do have some people that make quite a bit of money in tier 2 money. And I would just say this, we built our business and still conduct our business through our sales reps. We do not advertise other than SEO. We blog, you know, we're trying to always generate organic traffic, but we're not in any magazines or on any websites or anything if it's not through a rep. So all we do is expose the opportunity. We don't even talk to anybody. There is no high pressure. It's like, hey, here's what it is. We give them everything that they need to make a decision. And that's how we find and grow our business. So yeah, I'm not, you know, we're not a recruiting organization, but it's like, nobody's ever asked me, hey, how do you do it? I mean, I have had a few people ask, but here's the real reason I don't do recruiting. First of all, I don't like I don't have anything against MLM, multi-level marketing, but I don't like the person who's like, I'm going to find my superstar and ride him to financial freedom. Most people who join an MLM, they're not hard workers. And if you are an MLMer, I have been, so, you know, let's not take it personal, but they are looking to get rich quick, right? And I think we all know the longest distance between us and our goals and our dreams is a shortcut. I mean, I firmly believe that. But it's more, so I don't like that at all, that somebody could, you know, come in and just ride somebody's coattails. But I also, now I lost my train of thought. I started thinking about a single person, like that was his. Oh, no. The other thing is it for it to effectively work, you would have to, like, I know the way we do it isn't the only way to do it, right? I know there are other ways to do what we do, but I know that our way works, period. The challenge is, like I said, now we're coming back full circle and it's 4:01. It's time to come full circle and shut her down. We got to power it down, land the plane. So if we're in I'm all about systems and processes. You guys know that. And in a system-driven environment, when someone joins that system, the worst thing that can happen is they can find a little success doing it outside of the system, because there's no training, There's no coming in and edifying anybody. There's none of that, because like I said, I've ruined some opportunities by trying to do it my way. I have been trying to convince people to follow a system a greater portion of my life. And I'm tired of doing that. I'm not even kidding. Because if I were to tell people, hey, here's how we do it, here's what we do, there would have to be a dual discipline to do it the way we do it. Doesn't mean you can't do it differently, but at least do what we do, right? Do what we do and do other stuff. That's fine. But for me to have confidence that it's really going to work for you like it does for me, it would have to be completely replicated. And that's hard to do, right? And especially there's, the landscape that each person occupy can be so different that it can be really tough. So I don't mean just people don't want to do it. There's a lot of really legitimate reasons why people have a hard time just jumping in and following a system, which is why what my dad said, I feel like it's completely true. If I go into that sales environment where they have a script, they have everything, here's the procedure. If I were to follow that soup to nuts, I bet you I'd be maybe 10%. I mean, there's an old adage that good help's hard to find. That's true. I mean, have you ever interviewed anybody and they're like, you know what? I'm a soft worker. Nobody's ever said, I've interviewed thousands of people in my life and no one's ever said, you know what? I'm a soft worker. I'm not very punctual and I'm somewhat reliable. But that's most people, right? We're lucky enough to have the exception to the rule, and there are exceptions to the rule. The rule is good help's hard to find. And so I don't know how I got on this tangent, but if you want to build a business and have, a secondary income, start putting our opportunity out there. Hey, you're looking to make extra money, and make no promises. We're not MLM. Hey, you're going to be rich. We're going to lower the product, soaps, potions, and lotions. That's what it's all about. All right, you guys. This has been such an impromptu thing. I'm literally parched because I feel like I've talked so much. I hope this has been somewhat rewarding and helpful and fruitful. If you know new people, if anybody, in the next few days is chattering about, hey, I don't really know what to do. Not only can you send them to the how-to videos, but send them this. Send them this, right? Let them acclimate to our culture a little bit. And along the way, learn some nuts and bolts, of our back end that'll really help them be successful. I appreciate every one of you guys. It's 4:04.
Whoa.
I got 30 minutes to get to my chiropractor.
Right.
Thankfully, she's only 10 minutes away. All right, you guys, have a fantastic day and weekend. Man, love you guys so much. And we'll be talking to you on Monday, right, Leandro?
Yes, sir.
Bright and early, baby.
Bright and early.
See you guys. Bye.